Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're going to grab some jarred butter beans, which is the same thing as the canned ones, also known as lima beans. Truly one of the best ingredients at supermarkets and create an extraordinary recipe. We're talking butter beans and paprika sauce. And let me tell you, this is not your typical bean dish. This is the next level goodness, as it's filled with so many great textures and flavors. It's super easy to make, and the best part, it's all done in about 30 minutes using just one pan. Folks, serve these butter beans as a side or even as a main course, as they certainly have enough protein. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite, it's going to make you feel like $1,000,000. Really quick before we start, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Phil Segarra, David Machado, and Tommy Williams. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. All right, let's just dive right into this. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. Important to use the good stuff here. This is the base fat of the dish and what truly makes a difference. Link where you get the Spanish one that I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to finely chop 1 small onion and roughly chop 4 cloves of garlic. Then we'll add the chopped ingredients into the hot fry pan. And we'll mix them around, that way they're all coated in the olive oil. And as you know, I like to mix this around continuously, that way everything evenly sautés. After about 2 to 3 minutes, and the onions are slightly translucent, I'm going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, which is 12 grams. And we're going to continue to mix this and go for about 2 minutes on the flour. This is enough time to cook off the raw flavor in it, that way it doesn't overpower the flavors of the dish. After cooking the flour for about 2 minutes, I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 5 grams, along with 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, which is 1 gram, and 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, which is a little over 1/2 gram. And we'll give it a quick mix. And like I've told you in the past, when you're working with paprika in a hot pan, you want to mix it in there quickly, otherwise it can easily get a bitter flavor. Then we'll add 3/4 cup of milk, which is 180 milliliters. I'm using low fat, but you can also use full fat, non-fat, or even a plant-based one to easily veganize this recipe. And we'll also add in 3/4 cup of vegetable broth, which once again is 180 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here, or even beef broth. And we're going to continue to mix this and go for a few minutes until we end up with a slightly creamy sauce. After about 5 minutes, and we've ended up with a slightly creamy sauce, it's time to add in the butter beans. I'm going to drain 1 jar of cooked butter beans into a colander. Once again, this is the same thing as the canned ones, and rinse the beans under some water. Size of the jar that I'm using is 570 grams, which is about 20 ounces. Then we'll shake off any of the excess water and gently add the beans into the pan. And then we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a gentle mix until it's well mixed together. And then we'll lower the fire to a low heat and simmer this between 5 to 10 minutes, that way all the flavors can develop. And you want to make sure you're getting there once in a while, that way that cream sauce doesn't develop a film on top. After simmering the butter beans between 5 to 10 minutes, we'll turn off the heat. Add in 2 tablespoons of grated cheese, which is 15 grams. I'm using a Spanish Manchego, but you can use whatever cheese you like. And squeeze in 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice, which is 10 milliliters. And we'll give it one final gentle mix. Then we'll transfer the beans into a serving dish. And top it off with some chopped parsley. Check it out, our butter beans and paprika sauce are done. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done in 30 minutes using just one pan. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, butter beans and paprika sauce, this truly looks insane. Here we go. I'm telling you, I've had a lot of bean dishes in my life. I've done a ton here on Spain on a Fork, but these butter beans right here truly stand out above the rest. The beans just melt in your mouth, absorb all the flavors in the pan, and that creamy paprika sauce, taking this to the next level. Easy to make, heart-healthy ingredients. Give it a try at home. Once again, as a side dish or even as a main course. Either way, the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill you with so much goodness. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.